Hey, what's up guys, and welcome to the video. As you know, today's video is going to be the garage cleanup from when I took my Raptor off-road and got it super muddy. So I am going to include a little bit of pressure washing from that video just to give context to all the mess. But before we get started, let's take a look at what the truck looked like before I started on that detail. Alright, so like I mentioned a while back, I had some fun with the Raptor and took it to play in the mud. So besides the wheel wells being stuffed full of dried up mud, all the front suspension and the entire underside of the truck needs to be sprayed off really well. But as you can imagine, that's going to leave a massive mess on my garage floor. So I'll have to get that all cleaned up and then channel my inner mic row again to get the drain pit cleaned out. But just before we dive into all the mud, take a quick second and make sure you're subscribed to the channel and turn the bell on too. That way you'll get notified when my new videos go live each week. Alright, so I'm going to assume that most of you have seen the Raptor video already, so I won't show too much of the pressure washing, but for any of you who didn't, make sure you go watch that first before watching this one. And for those of you who are wondering, no, I haven't taken it off-road again yet, but I do plan on bringing the GoPro with me next time so you guys can see exactly how it gets dirty. Okay, so with the truck completely demudded now, I'll turn my attention to the floor. And while I usually use the pressure washer to start, I opted just for the hose and broom this time because there was just far too much mud and it would have taken longer. And for those of you thinking that I should be using a squeegee, trust me, I've tried that. And because my garage floor has a raised and very rough anti-slip texture to it, a squeegee just ends up missing all the dirt and can't do near as good of a job as a broom does. Alright, so getting started on the floor drain now, and for those observant people out there wondering why I'm wearing different clothes from the last shot, it's because I cleaned the floor up during the detail, and by the time I was finished with the Raptor, I needed to get working on editing that video, so I just simply did the drain clean out the next day. Now I figured I'd slow this down so you can see just how thick the mud is. Gross. Okay, with the majority of the mud out now, I'll fill it back up with water, and if you're wondering how this drain pit works, the big compartment fills up first, which then lets water pass through to the smaller compartment, and with dirt settling to the bottom, it greatly reduces the amount of dirt that ends up getting through the small compartment and into the drain, and basically just needs to be cleaned out whenever it gets too full of dirt, which obviously in this case was only one detail, but on average, I only need to do this once every 4 to 6 weeks, and it only takes me about 20 minutes. Alright, with the job done now, I'll simply run a whole bunch more water through it to flush out any remaining dirt and let it run until the water is clear.